HBCU, stand up. Like Jefferson. Hey, go. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAC or the MEAC. Come on. CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where the beat. We compete, but we're family. They're from the SWAC, from the MEAC, CIAA or the CIAC. Come on, y'all. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better. You can be from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the CIAC. At the end of the day, we got your back because we're family. We're family. From the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the CIAC. It don't matter where you're coming from, cause we are still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Come on. HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours. From the SWAC, from the MEAC, CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where to be. We can be, but we still family. From the SWAC or the MEAC, CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where to be. We can be, but we still family. What's really happening, everybody? How are you? What's really good? Welcome to another HBCU Alumni House Party. I'm your host, Anthony Brown. So glad to be with you today. You know what? We want to apologize for not being here with you last week. We typically don't miss a week without having a sub, but it was just, vacation, transitions, summer, school's out for some, yada, yada, yada. And so, yeah, we missed last week's show. So with that, it's kind of like a double show. So we're going to be highlighting our schools from last week and our schools for this week. So we're going to just kind of hit those videos,
have a little conversation. Actually, we want you to come join us in the conversation. If you want to be part of the conversation today and shout out your HBCU, or if you want to talk about your alumni association or anything that's happening in your community, as far as student recruitment, just let us know in the comments. Let us know, and we're going to drop the link in the chat, and you can come and join us on the show. But with that, hey, all the way from San Antonio, Texas, what's good, sis?
Nothing, chilling, enjoying this hot weather.
I know, y'all down there blazing. Talking about big in Texas.
It's hot in Texas.
But today, not only do we have you as a guest with us today, we got a good friend, Vince, all the way from Alabama State University, by way of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Y'all show him some love right now. Hey!
What's up, man?
What's good, brother?
All is good. All is good.
Awesome. Hey, Andrea. Andrea Neely from my UNCF office in Indianapolis, Midwest region. How you doing, sis? Hope all is well. Shout out real quick before I forget. Shout out to our LinkedIn viewers.
Oh.
Yeah, so not only are we on Facebook and YouTube, we're now on LinkedIn. So how you doing to all of our LinkedIn viewers who are watching us either on the live or the replay? And speaking of the replay, shout out to all of our tardy to the party folks. You came tardy to the party, but we would still want to shout you out. And to all of our folks who are watching us who are listening to us on the podcast.
Yes.
On the podcast stations, we want to shout you out as well. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. All right, so with that, Vince, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm talking to you down there. You right there. Hey, while you do that, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that like button.
I was hitting the share button.
Oh, so what's going on with you, man?
Yeah, we're doing some good, some great things here in Pittsburgh. We partner with the Common Black College app.
Oh.
We got 1,500 fee waivers. Every 12th grader within Western Pennsylvania will be able to apply to the Common Black College app. We get ready to set it off our Pittsburgh Black College family reunion and student send-off.
Oh, wow.
Now, when is that going to happen?
July 31st.
July 31st. That is going to be absolutely amazing. Now that we can kind of get back outside and be amongst people once again a little bit. That's gonna be nice, man. Matter of fact, I know my Cleveland group is doing something on the 27th of June. My Dayton group is doing something on July 11th. If anyone's watching and you're doing some type of HBCU send-off in your community, please let us know. Hey, Vanessa Sparks, good evening, all the way from New York City. Vanessa, got an announcement. You got something that you want to announce? You got something you just posted to my Instagram or to my Twitter or something. Vanessa, if you want to come on live and talk about it, because you got something in the Staten Island, New York area, some HBCU initiative, put a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments right now if you want to come on the line, chat about that real quick. You are more than welcome. As a matter of fact, anybody right now, if you want to join us right now on the stream, see, there you go.
Yes.
She said yes. So, or anyone else who are watching us right now, there is the link right there. Just hit that link and come on in for a few moments, and you can chit chat about if you have any HBCU announcements. Now, we're gonna talk about some Juneteenth stuff coming up real soon. We're gonna talk about some of this controversy about we're gonna talk about some of this stuff that's happening in our education system that's affecting a lot of us, as well as we're gonna lift up all of our HBCUs that we did not finish, that we didn't do last week, and for this week. Now, last week we were acknowledging Prairie View A&M University.
Mhm.
We were acknowledging Morehouse School of Medicine and Meharry Medical College. In addition, for this week, we are lifting up Lane College and Miles College, right? So before we do all that, I do have my good friend Vanessa Sparks. I think I see her logging in. Y'all, she said, hold on. She said, listen, she got to get her hair right real quick.
I understand.
She said, hold on. I think I see her saying, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. She said, don't do it. Ah, come on, Vanessa.
Well, yes, really quick, as to not to take away from the show. The Staten Island, which is Staten Island, New York, HBCU experience, along with my organization, the HBCU Parent Association, the Staten Island branch of Mothers of Black Boys, have put together a 4-day forum for students, high school student athletes, to connect with athletic departments from 15 HBCUs.
Awesome.
We have never had anything done like this in New York City before. It's for students, it's for parents, it's for coaches, it's for anyone that's interested and supportive of our student athletes connecting with HBCUs. So far, we have confirmed Howard University, Winston-Salem, Claflin, North Carolina A&T, Clark Atlanta University, Prairie View. Oh gosh, it's about 15 different HBCU athletic departments. And this is something that is the brainchild of Tammy Greer Brown out of Staten Island, New York. It's never been done in New York City before. It is open to anyone that's interested. You don't have to live in New York City. So I shared the information. I will put it in the link here. I really want the word to get out because it is so sorely needed. We want our student athletes to seriously consider attending an HBCU for not just their athletic career, but their academic career. So we're really excited. It's going to be over 4 days, July 7th, July 8th, July 14th, and July 15th.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. So Vanessa, so is there a pre-registration, I'm assuming?
Yes, it's just a registration. All they have to do is register, and that's it. They'll get the Zoom link. It's going to be held virtually. We're hoping in 2022 we can do this in person here in New York City. Again, this has never been done in New York City, ever.
Okay, so now, in addition to the students being able to talk to coaches and athletes, is this for all high school students, or are you looking for like seniors, juniors, or?
At middle school parents, middle school student athletes, high school parents, high school student athletes, even students that may be attending a community college that are looking to transfer. That's who this is for. And all that are supporters of HBCUs and their athletic departments.
Awesome sauce. Awesome. Vince, Monique, y'all got a question for Vanessa?
Yes. I have a question. Can you send me the link so I can help you share it out on my page and my platform?
Oh, absolutely. It's so funny. I'm on a Zoom with my community board, but I never try to miss the HBCU weekly event. So I turn this on and I'm listening with one ear to the community board meeting. But this is really important, and this is really important to us. So again, this was the brainchild of Tammy Greer Brown out of Staten Island, who's also the founder of the Staten Island HBCU College Fair, the third largest college fair in New York City. My organization, the HBCU Parent Association, New York City, and the Staten Island branch of Mothers of Black Boys.
Awesome. So listen, I know you got to get back to your meeting, but I'm glad you were able to pop in real quick.
Oh, I'm going to stay on. They'll be finishing up in a couple of minutes, and I'll be on, and I will get that information to you, Miss Monica, Miss Monique.
It's sent to me as well. I'm your neighbor. I'm right here in Pennsylvania.
Oh, what's up, Jay?
That's right. She's in Texas. I'm your neighbor.
Yes, I see you. So I'm going to get it out, and I said it's for anyone. And we just want to be able to work to connect students.
Yes.
That's what we do. I love you, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, and we have never met in person, but this man could call me and say, I need you to do this, and I'm on it.
And Vanessa the same way. If she says she wants me to be there, I'm there.
Wow.
So
thank you so very much, Vanessa.
Thank you for the work you do. Bye-bye, and I'm going to be.
All right, see you later.
All right.
All right, and to anybody else who's watching us right now, if you have an HBCU announcement or something that's benefiting students to get to and through an HBCU, listen, we're going to drop the link in the chat one more time. I see somebody watching from LinkedIn right now saying hello. How are you? If you want to come join the conversation right now, you can just click on that link that I just dropped in the chat, whether you're watching from Facebook, from YouTube, or from LinkedIn. You can come and be a part of the conversation like right now.
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's going on, Brother Booker? Listen, what's up, Anthony Carl and Cynthia Booker in the house from Johnson C. Smith University. What's going on, family? Right. All right. So, yeah, got some LinkedIn viewers coming on here. All right, so now, how much do you two know about...
Johnson C. Smith is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I just want to throw that out there real quick.
We always got to find some connection back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
this brother right here. All right, so now here's a question for you all. How much do you know about Prairie View A&M University? Ooh, I think I stumped you all.
I would say that their marching band, I would say, is in the top. It's in the top 10.
Okay.
The top 10.
All right, so real quick. So Prairie View A&M University is one of our schools that we were highlighting. Normally we go week to week. We go Monday to Monday with our campaign, but because we didn't put any emphasis, and we just took a vacation last week. We started the campaign and then we were going on vacation. So we did extend the 3 schools from last week till today, just to kind of give them a little bit more energy so we can at least be able to do the show and be able to highlight them today. So here's real quickly, we're going to just show you a little bit about Prairie View A&M University.
In a historically Black university, there is a shared sense of history and experience.
In Texas, Prairie View is the state's first state-supported institution for African Americans.
So you're welcome back to economics, microeconomics.
You can't go forward without knowing what happened in the past. It's very important to know where we came from and where you want to go.
My family legacy on this campus goes back several generations. My grandparents.
Both my parents went to Prairie View. My dad, he is a lawyer, and he was the first Black district attorney in the state of Texas.
We have generation after generation of a family enrolling. We get to the point where our students get to understand who they are, why they are, where they are, and where their families have come from.
HBCUs have served the same purpose from their beginning, which is simply to educate African Americans. And they started at a time where education was not something that was available to African Americans. It was illegal for slave owners to teach their slaves to read and write. That's how scary the idea was of an educated African American population.
The taboo is you must not learn, and you must not learn at an advanced level, and you must never exceed to the extent that you know more than the people who are oppressing you. That was the fundamental principle. Why couldn't African Americans vote? They couldn't read. With educational opportunity, it's harder to discriminate.
When the Civil War ended, the question became, what do you now do with these newly freed people? And in a special session on August the 15th, 1876, the legislature created Alta Vista College for Colored Youth, which eventually became Prairie View.
When education opens up to African Americans, how does it open up? Only one way, and that is for specialized institutions to be created with the purpose of separating African Americans from the learning environment that whites had access to. So we went through a period of time where that concept was, okay, so now you can learn, but you can only learn in this limited setting, and it must always be with your own kind.
Our original administration building, once they built one in the 1890s, sit here. You see the iconic piece of the big tower in the administration building. It said right here. The buildings that surround this courtyard are listed on the National Register for Historic Places. The Woolfolk Building, which is our old education building, now houses political science and history. Hilliard Hall, which was our dining hall. Many of these buildings constructed in the 30s, 1930s. It now houses our TV station, our radio, KPVU 91.3. Print journalism is also held in here. This is the university's farm. We named it in honor of Bill and Vira Daniels. Bill Daniels was the former governor of Guam. All told, he donated about 900 head of cattle to the university. At one time, Prairie View was totally self-sustaining. We grew our own food, processed our own food, and also served our own food. Prairie View had deep reach in the African-American community because its teachers were going out there and not only becoming teachers, but being leaders in that community.
The first who came and learned the power of what this place could do insisted on sending others behind them. So a legacy student is, simply put, someone whose parents, whose grandparents, whose relatives have been to Prairie View before them, but in another sense, is someone who owns their relationship to the history of this place.
I have to prove something to myself, like basically keep going, don't fall off the track that you're on. Overall, being an educated person of color is a big thing, because at one point knowing like that we weren't allowed to read and write and we had segregated schools. Now we had a black president and basically showing people that, hey, like, we're making something of ourselves and we're going to continue to do that.
The goal of education is to create change makers. One of the things that we know about society is that it advances, it changes. That's the one thing we can be absolutely confident about.
Wow, okay. I never knew that. There are some things in Prairie View's history that I'm like, okay, come on. And I got some friends of mine who are graduates of this grand institution of higher learning. What about you all?
I have friends and I actually live in an area, but I learned a lot from that video that I didn't know before. So it was good. Good choice.
So I'm glad that you know that they are land grant
That's the
institutions.
school of the late Sandra Bland.
Really?
I believe so.
Okay. Oh, side note real quick, I want to let everyone know that Vanessa Sparks, who was just on the show, if you just heard her talk about this great opportunity that's being hosted by Staten Island HBCU Experience, she just dropped some information in the link in the chat right there. So if you want to check out what they're doing with, if you have a student who is an athlete who wants to maybe potentially play sports at a HBCU, they're having a 4-day workshop conference for students and parents. It's open to anybody across the country, not just for students in New York, but anywhere across the country. Thank you for whoever it is that said, thank you, phenomenal, awesome, always an educational opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now, that is just one of our schools. Now, we just dropped a link in the chat. If you want to support Prairie View, again, for those who may be just watching for the first time, especially for my LinkedIn folks, every week, so we've been doing this show since May of 2020. And excuse me, every week we take some time to highlight our various HBCUs, and we like to maybe show them a little extra love. So we call it an opportunity called HBCU Alumni Care, because we believe that all HBCU alumni can support all HBCUs, because we also believe that we are stronger together when we are standing united. So with that thought process, we wanted to be able to say, how can we be a blessing to these institutions? Now, so often we can worry, government, the philanthropists, and everybody else can give all their little guilt money and everything else you want to call it to our schools. But what are we doing for our own schools? All right. What are we doing for our own schools? So we wanted to just say, can you put 5 on it? Can you put 10 on it to an institution outside of your own HBCU? Every week, we provide a link to various HBCUs. So we'll get to yours one day. It's coming. Someone just asked a question because we have blessed. Let me do this first. So here is the link again to Prairie View A&M University. One of the schools that we are highlighting today. And if you want to make a donation, money does not touch my hand, doesn't go to Monique, doesn't go to Vince, doesn't go anywhere. It goes straight from you to the institution. That's it. That's all. Easy as that. Now, you can make it a one-time gift or you can make it a recurring gift. That's up to you. But we would hope that you would want to give a donation. Now, some schools do better than others because we don't assume that alums from that school only have to give. We want all alumni to give. Some schools have come in here last year and they raised $15,000, $13,000, $12,000. Other schools, not so much. I don't know. But we also try to put a call out to say, are there alumni from these schools that want to be on the show? Sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. But that's what it is. So if you want to give to Prairie View A&M University, again, we just dropped the link in the chat so you can be able to give. And if you're watching this on the replay, all the links that they're talking about are also in the description of the show. So if you're watching it on the replay or you're listening on our podcast, or whatever podcast station you're listening on, you can go in the description of the show and you will see the links there. So here's a question for you both. How much money do you think we've raised since February 1st? And church got quiet.
I don't know the exact amount.
Vince, you want to take a stab at it?
You said since February the 1st?
Of this year, yes.
50,000.
I wish. Oh my gosh, man. Listen.
I do know Wilberforce is number 2.
I can tell you that if we go back and look at the numbers, let's see. So I can tell you, so far we have been a blessing to 42 HBCUs so far.
I was averaging 1,000 per HBCU.
Man, listen, I wish. Last year, these HBCUs, the 42 that we blessed so far, last year we raised $75,000 for those schools. This year, it's a little lower. I don't know. I need your help, everybody. I need your help. You're watching us right now. I need your help. What can we be doing a little bit differently? I'm hoping that maybe it's because you are now giving a direct contribution to your school. That's what I'm going to claim. I'm going to claim that you have increased your giving to your own alma mater. This year, so far, we've raised over $25,000, but these same 42 schools raised $75,000 last year. So I put a post in the HBCU Alumni United, the group that we all are a part of, the group that has 87,000 alumni, the largest HBCU group on Facebook right now. I posted a question right before the show and said, what do the following HBCUs have in common? So if you're watching this right now, here's your answer. So those schools are Allen University, Benedict, Bishop State, Bowie State, Central State, Cheney University, Clark Atlanta, Clinton College, Coahoma Community College, Coppin State, Denmark, Drake State Community, Gadsden State Community, Harrisville State, Hines Community College of Utica, Howard University, ITC, Interdenominational Theological Center, if you did not know, Kentucky State University, Knoxville College, Langston University, Lawson State Community College, LeMoyne Owen College, Lincoln University, Missouri, Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, Livingstone College, Morehouse College, Morgan State University, Morris Brown, Norfolk State University, Paul Quinn College, Shaw University, Shelton State Community College, that's the Fred campus, Shorter College, Southwestern Christian College, Spelman College, St. Philip's College, Trenholm State Community College, University of the District of Columbia, Virginia State University, Virginia Union University, Voorhees College, Wilberforce University. So far, we've raised $25,000. And as a matter of fact, here's the top 10. Here are the schools, the top 10 schools for 2021. Spelman made the list, made the top 10. So, but as you can see, Spelman last year raised $13,000. You can see last year Clark Atlanta did $11,000. Central State last year did $15,000. I'm hoping that the institutions are receiving more blessings to their institutions from alums. Because we want to make sure that, we are being a blessing as well. So we believe that all HBCU alumni can support. So whatever you can do, we would greatly appreciate it. So we dropped the link to Prairie View, and we're going to drop a few more in a little bit as the show progresses. So with that, let's talk about something else real quick. Vince, what are your thoughts on, well, first, let's ask another question. What you doing for Juneteenth?
We have a Juneteenth celebration here in Pittsburgh, sponsored by B. Marshall. He just had his gala, and he's doing a great job for the whole month of June.
Yes, Clinton is in the top 10. All right, so is that something that you are you just a part of it? Are you coordinating, or is it part of it?
No, I'm just enjoying it. Our organization have nothing to do with the Juneteenth.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, he's doing an amazing job with his team.
Okay. All right. So here's another question for you. What are your thoughts about the thought process of us celebrating Juneteenth with our country in various states talking about wanting to do away with certain types of our history? Church got quiet on that one. Oh, he said he had to sit back on this one. He had to sit back. Uh-oh. What you got? What you got, Vince? I'm gonna let you have a spotlight real quick.
I want to know, and if I do, what you want to do about it? That would be my question. If I do, what are you going to do?
Okay.
You got to know the consequences. I mean, that's part of getting in good trouble.
Well, that's the thing. I don't care about the consequences. Bring me your best.
So I saw this video on TikTok today. Interesting thought.
Hell. So nobody sees the hypocrisy in making Juneteenth a national holiday at the same time this country is trying to ban teaching critical race theories in the classroom. Like, what's funny is you don't think students should know that the Emancipation Proclamation is a piece of legislation that didn't mean much in terms of slavery. But you don't want students to learn about how our legal system is steeped with the permanence of racism, and that's on Derek Bell's Space Traders. Because what I've noticed is that a lot of y'all want to talk shit about how we shouldn't be in the past, but you're going to celebrate 1776, the past, for July 4th, but you say that we shouldn't stay out the past when it comes to talking about the 1800s. It's the trick of time that Calvin Warren be talking about. Y'all should look him up. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the hypocrisy of democracy is saying that we shouldn't teach students about how our legal system is racialized because, hey, it makes certain people feel bad and guilty. But at the same time, in 2021, we're going to finally make Juneteenth a national holiday. Contradictions, the hypocrisy of democracy, huh?
I watch him a lot.
You can say in a minute.
There's an organization on TikTok called The Fold. I think his name is Conscious League, and I Speak 06 along with the other, I cannot think of his name, but oh yes, I watch him all the time. And I
just thought that was worth a conversation. Like, I mean, whether you agree with everything he had to say or not, I think that there was some very important points that were brought up because, come July 4th. Oh, come July 4th.
Be fireworks everywhere.
But we forget about who got us to July 4th. I'm just gonna sit back with my popcorn.
Right, because that is a whole lot right there. And then down here with the whole law passing of not teaching it, period. And I'm a social studies teacher. I was, so it's like,
Keep teaching it.
Keep teaching it. Hey, but let me go. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to look at another HBCU that we were highlighting this week. You know, we have 2 medical schools, if anyone did not know, just in case you didn't know. We have 2 medical schools, a part of our, that we're highlighting. One is Morehouse School of Medicine, and the other one is Meharry Medical College. So we're going to take a look at one of these, and then we're going to talk about it and come back and talk about the other school. All right, let's go check out. Let's go to Morehouse School of Medicine. Talk about one of their programs at their school.
We are pleased to welcome you to Morehouse School of Medicine and the Morehouse School of Medicine General Surgery Program. Morehouse School of Medicine is a world-class historical medical institution located in the heart of Atlanta. We have been ranked #1 in the nation for our social mission. Our mission is to lead the creation and advancement of health equity. This is a dynamic department that is growing and advancing the field of surgery. Here, you will find collaborative faculty, collegial residents, and a thriving surgical program. From the halls of the busiest trauma center in the country to the delicate movements of the surgical robotic system, you will train in all facets of surgery. A world-class simulation lab allows for training and testing in the required American Board of Surgery examinations. We are a regional test center for the fundamentals of laparoscopic surgery and the fundamentals of endoscopic surgery examinations.
We have a large inner-city hospital that we work out of, serving the underserved, trying to rectify some of the healthcare disparities, looking at serving the patients that need the service the most. In addition, we have multiple other places around the city that our residents rotate, including the VA, private hospitals, pediatric hospitals. So we have a very diverse population of patients that we serve here in the Atlanta metropolitan area.
And a high volume surgery at places like Grady Hospital and the Atlanta VA Medical Center is that Morehouse surgery is a family.
The opportunities provided me were excellent, and also it was a unique place to grow and learn my craft.
We provide a training environment when upon completion of your training, you will feel comfortable doing the most advanced, minimally invasive and maximally invasive procedures.
High degree of underserved patients here who really, we are their doctors. We are the last resort. We are their safety net. These are folks that we really haven't seen a doctor in decades, or in some cases ever.
I came to Morehouse School of Medicine because of the diversity.
Robotic surgery is excelling here, so if you have any interest in that, I think you should come here as well.
I picked this program because I wanted a program that got me a high volume of cases early on and let me deal with patients of all manner of varying acuities and different surgical conditions.
I went to medical school at Morehouse, and I was very familiar with the attendings and the staff that I would be working with.
It's a place where you are challenged and you grow immensely.
If you want a good balance between early operative experience at a hospital that has high trauma volume and just high case volumes in general, you would be able to attain that rate.
It's very competitive with what you see somewhere else, but also you have very unique cases that you won't see anywhere else.
I can tell you that I was not disappointed at all. After coming to this program, I achieved my operative volume that I needed to get to graduate my second year in just 13 months.
The Grady experience is amazing. It has been very enlightening, and things I've had to do, especially as a first-year resident, are things that you would not get to do on most other programs.
If you're a general surgery resident thinking about coming here, you can rest assured you'll have incredible training with world-class faculty and opportunities to excel in surgery here in the Atlanta area.
Just get trained to be an incredible surgeon, so Morehouse is definitely the place that you want to be.
I chose Morehouse because I care about healthcare equity.
I chose Morehouse because I love robotic surgery.
I chose Morehouse School of Medicine because of excellence and inclusion.
You'll be a well-trained surgeon by the time you graduate. Welcome, and we hope that you choose Morehouse School of Medicine.
Located in downtown Atlanta, you are in for an engaging residential experience. Atlanta is home to major sports teams such as the Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Dream, and Atlanta United. We are the home of one of the largest aquariums in the world, Coca-Cola, and the birth home of the civil rights movement. Once again, we welcome you to Atlanta and to the Morehouse School of Medicine General Surgery Residency Program. Welcome.
So I've been playing the piano since I was 8 years old. I'll say I was a little bit of a rebellious piano student. You know, I didn't always practice what my teacher told me to practice. I would get hymns and I would arrange them and try to do what I wanted to do. And then I would learn the songs right before lessons. I studied music composition and recording arts at Oakwood University. I also did the pre-medical prerequisites and then minored in chemistry as well. So I would be in the music building and then I'd run over to the science building so I can complete both of those courseworks at the same time. So the MHS program is here at Meharry, and so I did that in 2013 and successfully navigated that program, graduated with the highest honors and matriculated into the MD program here at Meharry the next year in 2014. Between my first and second summer, I went to Yale University to their School of Public Health, and I did research in the Department of Health Policy. During that time, I developed mentors in the Department of Health Policy and also met the director of the Advanced Professional MPH program, who encouraged me to return to Yale to do an MPH. And so between third and fourth year, I pursued a year-long MPH program. Myself and some other students started the gospel choir here at Meharry. I was blessed with the opportunity to direct the choir for 3 years before heading off to Yale. Here at Meharry, I find that being a musician was accepted very well. I remember in college once I had a professor, when I told him I'm a major in music, he asked me why. And I said, I want to pursue my dreams in music. And he said, the times for dreams are over. He said that you should really focus on medicine. That kind of stuck with me, and I can remember it to this day. Here at Meharry, they've always supported the choir. They've all supported me performing and playing places. Piano and music has been my outlet, and I'm so grateful to have had this thing outside of medicine to keep me grounded. I think the piano and being a musician specifically has taught me a lot of skills that will be applicable to surgery. Being a musician teaches you discipline and patience, practicing the same thing over and over again so you can get everything just right. But it also helps you to learn and to think 5 steps ahead. You'll see when I'm playing that I'm trying to stay in the moment and emote that current section, but also realizing that there's a big section coming and how do I build to that moment. I just matched on March 15th into general surgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital. Match day was probably the single best day of my life. You can have an idea of where you want to be. You can have all these dreams, but to open an envelope and to see your dreams come true was such an impactful moment. I think that Meharry is really committed to its mission. I think that, it doesn't just talk about it, it does things about it. While I was here at Meharry, I was able to serve as SNMA president. And so we were out in the communities. We would go into classrooms and put on our white coats and say, hey, I'm going to be a doctor. You can do it too. Those are the things that young people need to see. And Meharry has, since the 19th century, been that leader in healthcare. And I just can't thank Meharry enough for what they've done for me.
That was good.
Meharry Medical College. Come on. That's worth the donation, y'all. That is worth the donation. That man has a story.
Them keys.
Man.
He was.
Listen, he can operate on me any day. I'm talking about that brother was cold. That's what you talk about. Royalty. That man is a king. Speaking of kings, hey, don't forget it's Father's Day weekend. Now it's Father's Day weekend. Wait, it's so funny because I'm saying Father's Day weekend, then my son calls me. So I'm gonna let y'all talk amongst yourselves real quick. I'll be right back.
Well, Meharry, he left us in charge. He had to go talk on the phone. So, but I was impressed with the guy from the piano from Meharry. That was like had me because I love music. So
and you came from Oakwood College down there in Huntsville, Oakwood.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to show it don't matter where you start; it all matters where you end up.
Facts.
I mean, I just thought if you was in Meharry, you came from Tennessee State, you came from Morehouse, you came from Hampton, Belmont.
Mm-hmm.
But that brother came from Oakwood.
Right. And I mean, and how he was saying is that the music is actually his outlet to get away from that. I was like, goodness, that's a heck of an outlet, and you playing like that.
So we got a African American Music Institute down here in Pittsburgh. I was thinking yo, bro, could you help me play the piano like this brother here? I want to learn how to tickle them keys like that.
Oh Lord, I know how to play chords, but that's about it. I played the flute and the clarinet. I didn't do that.
All right, welcome back to the show.
I can't with you today. Thanks.
Oh, you know what? I apologize for that, y'all. So my son is coming home for the weekend, right? For Father's Day and all that kind of good stuff. But he's driving. So I thought maybe that was because the last I talked to him was like at 3:00 this afternoon, and he's somewhere in Pennsylvania right now. And I'm like, is this called like what's happening? I thought I got a little nervous there for a moment. So I kicked in the father mode real quick.
Breathe.
Breathe good. He's good.
We have to rethink how we celebrate Father's Day. For some reason or another, why are we still out there on that grill? And then Mother's Day, every restaurant is packed.
Well, I'm not going to be on the grill.
My dad's never.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, so I've been selling bill of goods. I've been hoodwinked.
And bamboozled.
Yeah.
Led astray.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not going to be on the grill. But I want to tell y'all about this shirt, Black King. So my black brother over here, to get you a Black King because we are royalty out here. And we need to make sure that we are out here representing our best and our brightest. So if you want a shirt like this, Black King, or I got other shirts, I got other shirts, right? I got some other shirts. Or if you want a shirt like, what's the other one? My skin color is not my crime. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Or my half hood, half holy.
I need that one.
Listen, I got a promo code for you, 15% off. 15% off.
You need to alter those fractions just a little bit for me.
That's not a bad deal because the shirts is pretty inexpensive.
No, I'm talking about the half holy and the half.
Oh, the half hood. Oh, you need a little bit more on the.
Yeah, that fraction is a little off for me.
Listen, so I'm gonna drop a link in the chat if you want to grab you any of those shirts.
Hey, William, he said the fraction is off.
He said the fraction is off. And all you gotta do is use the promo code Anthony. That's it. That's it. That's all. Use the promo code Anthony. And
I gotta work to get to that half holy part.
Okay, we got to keep you on the prayer list for the half holy.
Yes, please. If I can get to the half holy.
Now, somebody said they play the instrument. Who go back? I missed that real quick. Who said they play the instrument?
Me.
No, I didn't even know what instruments you played.
I played the flute.
I played in high school as well.
All right, because somebody just said I didn't know you play instruments. Who was Hallie from? Somebody know Hallie?
I don't.
Really?
Unless I know by the nickname.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll take it back. I play an instrument too. I actually played alto sax and clarinet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did. Back in elementary school and junior high. Sure did.
But you know what? You guys were talking about Father's Day, and I had a run-in with somebody this week.
Why?
Because I mail out my dad's stuff because of the, I don't live near my dad, but I make sure.
Oh, the post office.
Yes.
What they say?
The lady tried it because, I always make a joke. I do. I'm always laughing at something. So I was like, oh my goodness, this postage is so much, And the lady behind me said, well, yeah, you're right. That is too much for that day. And I just went into Monique mode and forgot for about 5 minutes. So I apologize, but she had to get it. My dad, I have friends who are fathers. I have friends who have raised their kids by themselves without women. You're not going to do that. Not to me, not that day.
Not today. Because you said, I got time for that. We could deal with this.
So, yeah, like I do. Like, I love it. Like, I have a lot of friends. I have one friend in particular who raised both of his kids by himself. And that's just not cool. So I'm with you guys. Y'all need to come off the grill, do something better.
So give it up for the fathers. Give it up for the fathers. Give it up for the fathers. For Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And all of our who are no longer with us, I know you had some great ones. Shout out to them too.
Exactly.
Yes. So do something with your father or your father figure, not your uncle, your older brother, your grandfather, your pastor, your deacon, that teacher, that counselor, that mentor. Do something for that man.
And I might get in trouble with some of my friends because what irks me is those that like to wish mothers a happy Father's Day.
You saw they got a Mother's Day. They got a Happy Father's Day mom card.
Mm-hmm. At Hallmark.
Yeah, I saw that.
Who's that marketed towards?
What'd he say?
Who's that marketed towards? Hallmark? Where's the camera? Hallmark, you lucky this is a PG show. That's all I'm saying. Shame on you.
I can't with you. I love it.
That's how we feel about that. Hey, continue to hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that for my replayers in the house. What's really good? Hit that like, hit that share. Somebody know that we're here talking about HBCU. We've talked about Prairie View A&M University. We've talked about Morehouse School of Medicine. We talked about Meharry Medical College. Now, this week,
Prairie View is the school of the late Sandra Bland. I looked it up.
Who? What school?
Prairie View is the school of the late Sandra Bland.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
When that incident occurred, she was on her way to work there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah, that she was on her way to work there, and that happened. I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
Listen, I will go back real quick. So, Monique, earlier I was talking about how the Facebook algorithms are real funny acting about how when you post certain things.
Oh, yeah. They will put.
I posted that question about an hour ago. And right now, we got like over 160 comments. And I don't typically get that many comments and likes to anything that I post as an admin. Everybody just skip over my stuff. They just skip all over my stuff. But speaking of Facebook, how's Facebook Elevate classes treating you?
I think I need to go back to the beginning because I've been lacking.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get it together after next week.
So, Vincent, were you familiar with the Facebook Elevate program?
No.
Wow. So Facebook Elevate has this great program. They're really trying to market and support African Americans, especially the HBCU alumni community, with the opportunity to engage or enhance their digital footprint, or how to understand your digital footprint. Even so much the fact they're providing a workshop, these series of classes where you can get certified as a certified digital management marketer or something of that nature. Normally it's a couple $100 for this class, but because you're connected with us and the HBCU Alumni United, the class is free. So for those who don't know much about this, let me break it down for you real quick.
Shout out to the innovators, the makers, the doers, the hustlers looking to grow their business, skills, and career. Facebook Elevate is a program and community that provides free digital marketing courses, potential job opportunities, and one-on-one coaching from Facebook experts. Build your online presence, kickstart your career, or become a creator, because your kinds of dreams transform blocks, cities, the world. Click to learn more. Facebook Elevate, on the rise, together.
So there you go. And matter of fact, so
elevated.
I know you do. So jumpstart your career in social media and marketing. Again, it is helping the Black and Latino community, Hispanic business owners, and community partners realize your dreams into owning your unique visions of success. Now, listen. We got a great opportunity right now that you can be a part of this community and learning platform with a mission to increase economic success for everyone, providing a free marketing education class. Education, mentorship, and support. I just dropped the link in the chat. You can take advantage of it right now. All sponsored and presented by Facebook. Yeah, so it's a self-paced. So I always check in with Monique. Like, how's it going? So it's a self-paced course. Take your time.
Yeah,
but maybe this might be something also, Vince. I know as you're working with some of your younger alums, or maybe some of your students who are home for the summer, some of your college students who are home for the summer, might be this might be something they can add to their repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, and then Monique, real quick, Leon said, "Hey."
Yes. Oh, he needs to come on here.
Leon.
Yes, he's a Graham fan. That's Graham fan.
Oh, okay. So Leon, you want to come on the show real quick and talk about matter because he's got something happening with Juneteenth this weekend.
Yes.
So if you got something going on about Juneteenth or about Father's Day or anything HBC related, there's the link in the chat right now. Come on, be part of it.
I'm glad he got the text.
Want to be part of it? Come on, hit that link and join the conversation like right now. All right. So while Leon is coming in, let's go look at Miles College. Let's go look at Miles College real quick. Miles College, they got a little instrumental video here. We're going to go check them out and see what they're all about. I thought I was. I don't know. I didn't know if I was supposed to order me some wings or a cocktail or I'm walking around campus. I don't know. I just felt some kind of. But it's a beautiful campus, though. Beautiful campus.
There's one thing I can say about Miles College. We sent a student there 2 years ago.
Okay.
South of a 2.0 GPA.
Wow.
About right around 1716. And he's maintaining a 2.7 and 2.9 while he's here.
Wow.
Awesome. So I do want to say that I did drop the link to Miles College. So that's Miles College. Miles College is one of our schools for this week. So that campaign won't end until Monday.
Golden Years.
Until 11:59 next week, Monday. So if you want to support Miles College, please do. And again, for all of our viewers who are watching on LinkedIn, to find the links to the donation, you would have to go into the description page. I can see your comments, but when I comment back, you don't see my comment necessarily when I post it to all the other pages. So if you want to donate to any of these schools, make sure you go to the description of the show and you can click on any of those links. And again, I'm so excited to be able to be broadcasting for the first time today on LinkedIn. This is pretty cool. So we're just growing our audience even more. So all right. So now, we wait on Leon to get here and talk about Juneteenth in San Antonio, Texas. Did y'all hear about this alumni reunion block party that's happening in Atlanta? Y'all looking like
choices. There's so many choices and places.
I know. So for those who are going to be in Atlanta this weekend, whether you live there or if you are just going to be just sliding by real quick, you got to go check out the activities and the festivals. So they're doing an HBCU reunion, alumni reunion block party, Juneteenth. Look, I'm just going to just play the commercial, Anthony. Just play the commercial. What is that?
All right.
I mean, just by the music alone, I just feel like I'm already at homecoming. Just by the music alone, we at homecoming. Speaking of, y'all making plans? Are y'all making plans for homecomings or whatever? Y'all, what's happening?
I'm planning to hit everybody's homecoming because I know it's gonna be good food and good entertainment.
Yeah, I just need a good corn on the cob. It's just a good corn on the cob for me.
Man.
Speaking of corn on the, I ain't gonna have that kind of show. It was never mind. All right, y'all know what I'm talking about. You seen it. I ain't gonna go there. Hilarious. All right, so with that, we bring Leon on real quick. We do want to shout out real quick, just so in case anyone didn't know, we've been talking about our schools of the month, our schools that we highlight every month, every week. And for those who just joined the HBCU Alumni Care now, my good friend Woody posted a comment the other day that kind of like, oh, maybe we should give $5 to every school and look how much we can. And they're like, oh, that's a great idea. We should be doing it. And they're like, y'all don't even know. We already doing it. It's like we're doing it already. Where have you been? So in 2020, you all helped us raise $138,000, a little over $138,000 for HBCUs last year. So far this year, we've got about $25,000. Our goal is to impact every HBCU between February 1st and December 31st. So if you want to know when your school is coming up on the list, Here's for the month of June. So the first week of June was Prairie View A&M University, Meharry Medical College, and Morehouse School of Medicine. Those three schools campaigns were actually until today. This week, we are doing Lane College and Miles College. Next week, on the 21st, we start with Florida A&M University, Houston Tillerson University, and North Carolina A&T State University. And on June 28th, we do Talladega College and Tuskegee University. Yes. So that's going to be pretty amazing. So we look forward to you supporting with that. And then we start off with our month of July schools. Well, Talladega and Tuskegee are going to take us into July. What's so special about Tuskegee's date is their week of fundraising falls on their anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So, so July 4th, I'm celebrating Tuskegee.
That part.
That part right there.
Me too.
I'm celebrating Tuskegee on July 4th. I don't know about y'all. We celebrate HBCU greatness. Speaking of some other
John Lewis and Booker T.
Some other greatness happening in the Black community. We got Monique's good friend. He was just on her show Sunday. He's gonna be talking. We're bringing him on right now to talk about some great things that's happening in San Antonio, Texas. Y'all put your hands together, show some love for John Fry.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
I got to put on his Grambling shirt. He had to go run put on that Graham shirt real quick. Did he have to do it?
He did.
Did he have to?
Anthony, he do the chant. He do the Grambling chant.
Oh, don't get me started, Monique. We'll say that for later. How's it going, everybody?
How you doing, sir?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Got some.
I'm so glad you tuned in real quick. Just kind of jump on. It's kind of our free flow. I know we have a lot of guests, but we want to get all our schools out the way. So we're just doing this a little different kind of a show today. No problem. Again, hit that like button, hit that share button. Make sure you give it to the campaign. We got one more school we got to shout out before we get out of here. Before we do all that, Leon, I was watching the show. Y'all were talking about doing some what was y'all doing? Y'all was doing the challenge. Y'all was trying to get Monique to do one of the challenges, the Busted Challenge.
Oh, the Busted. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw you chime in on that. Yeah, I told her to come on down to the Alamo Fest. We got Erica Banks, and she wanted to get on stage and go up and get in the Busted contest.
So, the Alamo Fest. Let's talk about it.
Alamo Fest, San Antonio, June 19th, this Saturday. We got DJ Manny Fresh from Cash Money Records. We got Mike Jones, Texas Zone. Who? Mike Jones. And Erica Banks, she's going to be in the house performing her songs. So we got a whole list of artists, independent artists coming into town, doing this show, all for my nonprofit Every Person Count for our HBCU scholarship fundraising efforts. So we want everybody to come out, have a good time for a good cause. And you can get tickets right now at Eventbrite or come out to the day of the show, pay at the gate, man.
He said Mike Jones, y'all. I just had to Mike Jones.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, it's gonna be a great show, man. We want everybody to come out because this show was originally for the Grambling and University of Texas San Antonio game that was supposed to be scheduled for San Antonio back in September, but due to COVID, the HBCU moved their schedule to the spring, so that game got canceled. So I changed the festival from that date to June 19th in honor of June 19th to celebrate that. So
now, Leon, well, during the event, just because some people are still kind of virtual, will there be any opportunity where people can kind of maybe see some of this, if not all of it? Will they be able to just log in, be able to watch some of this on YouTube, or will somebody be streaming the pieces and parts of it?
I didn't think about that. Trying to get some of that technology into there where people can join in and watch. Maybe I can reach out to someone and see if we can get that up and running by Saturday. So that'll be something we should be able to get connected real quick.
No, I'm just not just saying to me, but I'm just saying, because there may be people who I'm not ready to come out just yet, even though Texas, y'all just do everything big. Y'all been free.
Well, you're right. So that might be that's still conscious of. We still trying to be conscious of that because we want people to come out and be safe, and people that still hadn't got out yet. We got that.
But we want everybody to know that the word is out that we free now, boss. We got our paperwork. We free now.
Okay, with you.
Texas and try that dry rub. I heard about that Texas dry rub.
Oh, now listen.
That's what I want to try.
Oh, y'all gonna have some of the dry rub? Y'all got samples?
Oh man, they got that Texas barbecue down here, man.
I just need some of the. I need some of that dry rub. Yeah. Listen.
Some New Orleans flavor.
Now, real quick before we get out of here, listen. So, tell me about your Grambling experience, real quick. Give me one good thing. If you could go back and relive a moment of Grambling, what would it be?
Oh man, one good moment. Oh.
Yeah, give me that one good moment.
Man,
don't mention her name. Don't put her name in it. Don't put her name in it.
Oh, of course. Well, I would say just one, but I would say homecoming. Man, homecoming is always very big around there. Besides Bayou Classic, but just being at the campus doing homecoming week, man, that was an awesome thing, man. Just a whole week of people coming back, showing love to the alumni, and as far as the kids that was there as well. So that was a big deal for us, man.
I got you. I didn't want you to put the wrong thing out there, darling. Don't say her name, dog. Don't say her.
No, hey, I miss those days, hey, man. I tell you.
Ooh, don't do it. Don't tell it all. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the HBCU Alumni House Party. Every week we are lifting up and we are celebrating different HBCUs like we do every week. And we like to show some love to these schools. Not only about them, talk about their success, and talk about some of their alumni achievements, and also show you a video of the school. But also, we want to be a blessing. We think that we can be a blessing to each one of these HBCUs, and we need your help to do that. How do we do that? Simply by just giving a donation. We drop the link in the chat. We run the campaign typically from week to week, from Monday to Monday. Whatever we raise, we connect the money from your credit card to their school's foundation or the institutions directly. Nothing ever touches my hand. Last year alone, in 2020, we raised over $138,000 from just about every HBCU. We want to be a blessing and do it again this year, even bigger, even better. Now, I need your help because, now listen. Last year this time, we've already raised money for 42 schools. Last year, those 42 schools raised $75,000 with your help from this group called the HBCU Alumni United Group, which is now, again, 87,000 members strong, and it's got to be the largest HBCU community on Facebook. This year, those same 42 schools are now about 25,000. We can do better. I know we can because I believe we are stronger together when we are standing united. Doesn't matter if you're public or private, 2-year or 4-year. We were all founded with the purpose of educating African Americans, though we couldn't exclude nobody, right? We all had to be accredited and we all had to be founded for 1964. That's how we all got this label, or we became cousins with the whole HBCU story. So we don't need to wait on somebody else to support us. We should be able to support ourselves. Here is another HBCU that we want to lift up. Now, we've done Meharry Medical College. We've done Morehouse School of Medicine. We've done Prairie View A&M University. We've talked about Miles College. Now, let's go take a look at Lane College.
The birth and growth of Lane College is an exciting chapter in American history. Lane College had its beginning through the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. After the Emancipation Proclamation, founders of the religious organizations realized that they were not educationally prepared to advance as recently freed slaves. Thus, the need to establish schools that supported this cause was formed. During the CME General Conference of 1873, bishops of the CME Church decided to identify sites for potential colleges and universities. After a few years of prayer, planning, and fundraising, the following schools were established: Lane College, Miles College, Payne College, and Texas College. The idea to open a school in Tennessee was presented by Reverend J.K. Daniels under the leadership of Bishop Isaac Lane. Lane College opened its doors on November 12, 1882, to 27 students under the name of the CME High School,
with his daughter, Jenny Elaine, as the first teacher. Bray Hall, the crown jewel of the campus, was built in 1905 on the original location of the CME High School. The third floor houses the Office of the President, Academic Affairs, and the historic Wall of the Presidents. Located on the second floor are the offices of Admissions, Financial Aid, the Registrar, and the Cashier's Office. Classrooms and Veterans Affairs are located on the first floor. J.K. Daniels Conference Center is a historic facility named in honor of a revered CME minister and one of the founding fathers of Lane College. The building houses 2 large conference rooms, 3 meeting rooms, the offices of institutional advancement, institutional research, and several classrooms. It is here where fundraising is initiated and is also known to be the place where Bertha Palmer and Simon Haley, parents of Alex Haley, an African-American Pulitzer Prize-winning writer, was best known as the author of Roots, the Saga of an American Family, and co-author of the autobiography of Malcolm X, were married. Chambers McClure Academic Center, also known as CMAC, houses the library, Learning Resource Center, career services, several classrooms, seminar rooms, and computer labs. LEAP classes are also taught in CMAC. LEAP, L-E-A-P, is a way for working adults and other non-traditional students who are unable to attend college during the day to take evening courses and earn a degree. Also located here is the Bishop William Henry Graves Auditorium. This spacious auditorium is frequently used for student movie nights, beauty and scholarship pageants, chapel services, and concerts. Recently, the auditorium was host to the Tennessee Supreme Court Scales Project and the Rural Gubernatorial Forum. Named in honor of Bishop Charles Henry Phillips, the Phillips Dining Hall was constructed in 2007 and expanded in 2009. It serves as the campus's central dining hall and can seat 800 guests. Formerly the campus dining hall, Kirkendall Hall, now currently houses the offices of security as well as meeting spaces upstairs. Downstairs in that same facility are the physical education offices, the fitness center, and the Dragon's Den. There are several residential halls on campus, including Cleves and Jenny Elaine. The residential facilities provide free local telephone service, internet and cable services, as well as wireless computer facilities. Millennium Hall is the Science, Mathematics, and Business building. The building includes 12 classrooms, 6 laboratories, 4 lecture rooms, and the business lab. The facility supports science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM, programs and prepares students to be truly competitive as they enter business and global marketing careers. The James Franklin Lane Health, Physical Education, and Recreation Building houses the athletic offices, a gymnasium, swimming pool, and athletic training facilities. The gymnasium is home to the Dragons volleyball and basketball teams and often the location of weekly chapel services.
Hey everyone, let me tell you about exclusively HBCU. They are more than your typical subscription box service. Their mission is to highlight and collaborate with other HBCU alums and entrepreneurs while providing opportunities and scholarships to current and future HBCU scholars. And did I mention they have a really great product line like this, and this, and even this. The company's aim is to bring awareness to HBCU's rich history and showcase why our alma maters are still relevant and essential today. Now, they want to continue their support by donating 10% of each sale to the United Negro College Fund by using the promo code UNCF at checkout. So go check out their website at www.exclusivelyyhbcu.com and grab you something nice for yourself or that HBCU student of yours. Better yet, sign up for the quarterly subscription box and use promo code UNCF at the checkout. And by the way, tell them that your Uncle Anthony sent you. Hey, welcome back to the show. It's like, oh, okay, you know what? I didn't mean to cut Lane off, but they was taking me a little further than what I needed to go at the moment. So I'm like, oh, they're giving me a lot more than what I needed to go. I don't know about the cafeteria right now, but they did give us some history. So thank you for that part. Thank you for that part. All right, so before we get up out of here, Monique, I wanted to show you something real quick. Look what I won.
How you win that?
Wait, and there's more.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
I want one. How you get it?
Yeah, so thanks to StreamYard, the platform that we use to broadcast this show on, yeah, they sent me some of these products.
So I'm going to write the manager because I want one too.
Hey, so before we get up out of here, I want to give everybody a chance real quick to kind of give a shout out if they want to talk about anybody, anyone, show some love to anybody that's going on. Anything you want to show some love to, you can do that right now. And I'll let y'all do that. I think I'm going to start with Vince first. We're going to work our way around the room. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with Vince first.
B. Marshall, you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work with the Pittsburgh Juneteenth celebration.
Awesome. You also want to just promote the organization itself?
Oh, Western Pennsylvania Council of HBCU Alumni. We are going to make sure that every child is granted an opportunity for an HBCU education, and thank you for the Pittsburgh Pirates of hosting our 9th annual Steel City HBCU College Fair.
I love it. I am speaking for A Better Chance for You Futures Incorporated. I want to implement. We have other cities doing it. Why aren't we San Antonio? If somebody want to collaborate, we got to get this. Like, everybody is making us look bad. Like, really, we need to do an HBCU send off. If you interested, inbox me, look at my page, send me a message. I want this happening like yesterday. Sorry.
It was an HBCU send off in the San Antonio area. I love it. Come on, alumni, family, friends. You got students who are going to HBCUs in the San Antonio, Texas area. Let's get together and collaborate and support and celebrate these young people going to college. Let's do that. Leon, one more time. You want to shout out to Alamo Fest?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Alamo Fest, as well as the Grambling Alumni Chapter here in San Antonio. I'm the vice president of the Grambling Chapter, and I want to give a shout out to them. We haven't been together since COVID started, so we're looking to get that started back up too. We got calling all my HBCU alumni, family and friends. We got Alamo Fest this Saturday in San Antonio. Manny Fresh, Mike Jones, Erica Banks. Spread the word, like and share, and come on out. Have a good time.
Mike Jones is coming.
Who?
I love
it. You in San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio.
Did you hear what Monique just said?
Yeah, we've been talking about.
She didn't put the challenge out.
Like, I'm sick of it. We get even my hometown.
Listen, Dayton put one together in like 3 weeks, and Dayton raised over $20,000 to support kids going to college this fall. Shout out to all of our alumni, family, friends. Thank you for taking the time to watch us today, watching us on the replay, hitting the share, hitting the like, hitting the love button. As always, every week, we like to leave you with an inspirational moment. We don't want to just motivate you, we want to inspire you to change, because I am inspired to inspire. If I can use a teacher's lesson that I learned, I'm inspired to inspire. Now, listen. I don't know it all, but I'm going to say, listen, this is all part of it's a growth process, and I hope that you can also grow from it as well. So here's today's Inspire Me moment.
Hey everyone, here's another Inspire Me moment in 60 seconds. Today's thought is, I have been bent and broken, but I hope into better shape. To be the change you want to be, it may require you to do something different. Certainly, I'm not suggesting that you do something strange for some change, but you must be willing to stretch yourself to new opportunities. Now, what are you willing to do to get in shape mentally, physically, and emotionally? This could be expanding your network, dropping some unneeded resources or people, or even changing your environment. Hey, that's all I got for you today. To all my kings out there, rep your status with royalty. The link is in the bio for a discount. Hey, remember to do all the social media things, then go out and make today absolutely.
As always, thank you for doing all the social media things such as like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share this message on all your media platforms. Even more, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video or an upload.
There you go. So, as always, thank you to all of my guests today, all those who made comments. Again, for those who just tuned in and you're probably still trying to figure out that question that I posted in the HBCU Alumni United, what do these 42 schools have in common? Because y'all been sitting there, I've been reading the thread.
I think I know. I think I know for real.
What?
Are they all UNCF schools?
No.
No.
No. So the answer is very simply, those 42 schools are the
money raised by.
Those are the schools that we've raised money for since February 1st.
Okay, that's my
and
one.
Out of 87,000 people in a group, we've only raised $25,000.
Okay.
And this same group raised $75,000 for those same 42 schools last year.
Okay.
Because someone made the comment saying that we should be doing something. Like, we are. I just need your help.
That's facts.
Let's collaborate, man. Let's get something together and collaborate.
So I appreciate you, Leon, for saying that again. So every week we are dropping. Matter of fact, I didn't drop the link to Lane College while we were talking about when I was playing the Lane video. Let me drop the Lane College link in the chat just in case somebody needs to say, well, Angie, you didn't drop that one. So let me drop it real quick. So again, this week we've been lifting up Lane College, Miles College. We are wrapping up Morehouse School of Medicine, Meharry Medical College, and Prairie View A&M University. Every week, we start every Monday around 12 o'clock noon. We got a whole new group of schools. We already told you the schools that are going to be for the rest of the month of June. And so we look forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday. Same time, same channel, and including our LinkedIn channel now again. Hey, until next time, like we always say, shoot for the moon you miss. You will always be amongst the stars. I'd like to say, even though the song says my HBCU is better than yours, at the end of the day, listen, y'all, we are still family. That's it. That's all. We'll see you next time. See you later, and bye-bye.
HBCU, stand up. Like Jefferson. Hey, go. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAC or the MEAC. Come on. CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where the beat we compete, but we're family. They're from the SWAC, from the MEAC, CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours.